Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Frog.
I'm Possum.
And today we're going to try something a lot different actually. We're going to be taking this wonderful handy dandy quiz of which amberlynn Reid universe character are you? The quiz is linked in the description if you guys want to take it along with us. We're each going to be taking it one at a time. I think, am I going first? Are you going first? Okay, cool. So I'm going first, I guess. Wish me luck. The quiz is by Libos, so thank you very much to Libos, wherever you might be. The quiz description is...
It's still quarantine, so I will keep making these. Figure out who you are in the girls' world.
Which I love.
I love, to imagine that this is all they did during quarantine.
Yeah. They poured so much time and effort into this quiz, which I hope it's going to be amazing. We haven't taken it yet.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's fantastic and blows your minds.
With that being said, Frog, hurry up.
Okay, sorry about that. Just gonna type my name. Okay.
And yes, that is the name that shows up on their ID.
Yep, and my birth certificate.
Mm-hmm.
And no, we're not furries. Okay, let's go. Question 1. You go to the mall. Where are you going first? Lush, Bath and Body Works. Somehow you find a bait shop. Forever 21, food court, pet store, or children's clothing store. So there's some of these I just straight up would not be going into, like the children's clothing store. I don't have kids, so nah.
The only one I've seen you at is a pet store.
Yeah, because we do have a kitten that we're raising. He's about 3 months old, a little under 3 months old. He's adorable.
But he's a demon, so...
He's so evil. Oh my god, he's out to ruin our lives. So, but that being said, I'm gonna go to the pet store, get him like a little treat or something.
You're gonna
I
get
still
Twinkie.
Love him. Yeah. Question 2. An attractive person asks you for your number in front of your significant other.
That's me.
Yeah, so, oh no. What do you say?
Yeah, what do you say?
Oh god. No, there's always a catch if an attractive person's being nice to me. I will defend my girlfriend to my final breath, how dare they? I commend their confidence, tell them they're doing great, but send them on their way.
They're doing great.
You're doing great, bye. Take the number but tear it up after my partner yells at me in public. Jesus Christ. Take it and call them the next day. I'm always looking to expand my horizons. Don't take it but take the ego boost for the next few years, or reject them to show them who's boss and feel something. Anything.
It's deep.
That's pretty deep. I hope that's Twinkies. Like, obviously I'm not going to take the number. Because
okay.
No, I wouldn't. Possum and I are engaged, in case anyone still hasn't heard. We're engaged, and so yeah, I'm not gonna take the number. But I don't want to be like rude about it either, because I mean I know it takes a lot to shoot your shot. Like when I shot my shot with Possum, and
that was lame.
Oh, I put ketchup in his yogurt, and that was my shot. Anyway, that's a story for another time. So I'll just commend their confidence, tell them they're doing great, and be like, good luck, buddy. Better luck next time. Which lyric from Mitzi's Square sends you over the edge?
And yes, we are sponsored by Mitski.
I wish. We love Mitski. But I don't know this song, unfortunately. So I'm not going to read all these because, first of all, I don't know how they're supposed to be read, and I can't sing.
Sing them.
No. So I'm just going to choose the one that sounds the coolest to me, which is this one down here. And we're gonna go right to the next one. Pick an artist who had an album in 2010. This one's gonna be hard because I like all of these people. My Chemical Romance, Swift John Stevens, The National, Arcade Fire, Metric, Kanye West, or Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj. Oh god. It's a really rough tie for me between Arcade Fire and My Chemical Romance because...
Wow.
I'm sorry.
What about Nicki?
Okay, I'm a Barb too, but Danger Days has a special place in my heart.
Well, apparently not.
I mean,
sorry.
Me too. I'm sorry. But just because I can't choose, I'm gonna go with Arcade Fire because I love them, okay? Leave me alone. Pick an Oscar-winning movie. Titanic, Silence of the Lambs, Moonlight, Drive, Chicago, The Godfather, or Braveheart.
I wonder which one of these gets you Twinkie.
I don't know. The Godfather?
No, Silence of the Lambs, definitely.
Oh, no, for real. I know which one my dad would pick. He loves Braveheart. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, he adores that movie. Like, every Father's Day, just puts on Braveheart. I don't know.
My dad has not seen any of these. He only speaks Spanish, but I think he's seen Titanic.
Yeah?
Yeah, I have not seen any of these other ones, like, in Spanish. I'm sure there are, but...
My mom's Japanese and mostly watches, like, Japanese horror movies, but I think she's seen, like, Silence of the Lambs and liked it, and maybe The Godfather, but that's probably it. So I'm gonna go with Silence of the Lambs, because I love that movie. I love a lot of these movies, but Silence of the Lambs. OG classic. We're getting it. Why can't you go to the gym? This feels very targeted. I have an injury. I went too hard yesterday. I'm scared of running into people I know. I don't have a ride. My doctor said I shouldn't go too hard, so I won't go. I'm happy with my body. Or I think someone is following me, so I don't want them to see my comings and goings.
Perfect. That one's Twinkie.
Yeah. We're just trying to decipher the Twinkie answers here because I really want that result, honestly.
I really want to get Twinkie.
Oh my god, please. I don't go to the gym. I do exercise on my own though. Not at a gym. Ooh, I'm just gonna say I'm happy with my body because I am happy with my body.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going on like too much of a journey with my body right now. I'm just trying to keep it healthy. So we're going with that.
We love that.
Yeah. Choose one of my most unhinged political beliefs. So this one I think is gonna get a little deep, you guys. So you can read through them on your own, but I'm just gonna tell y'all now, we both agree. We both agree with many of these. I am going to choose that internet should be a public amenity, because I mean, we've all seen, at least in the USA, I know it's in other places as well, but speaking as someone from the USA, that the internet was absolutely crucial during the COVID-19 crisis. And I mean, most people had to work from home, go to school online, access any sorts of resources online. And the place you would usually find free internet was the library, but those were also closed during the pandemic, which I thought was really honestly frightening, because I mean, the internet should be like a basic public resource at this point, I think. And so yeah, I really wish it were more accessible to people.
Also, our schools did pretty bad with providing students, like for example, my college, they allowed us to go to the parking lots and get like the free Wi-Fi there, but only if you had a car. And I know that my college specifically like relies a lot on public transportation to get there, whether it's like trolleys or buses. So that's rough.
Yeah.
Because like also imagine if you get an Uber driver and it's like, hey bro, I gotta take my test today, so you're gonna have to wait here with me.
Oh god. If they can help you cheat, I think it's fine. That should be allowed. That's on them. Okay, next. If you could be born again in another period, which one would you choose? 1700s, so I could meet my royalty family at their peak. I don't have royalty family. The future to see what's up, and if it gets better, please let it get better. Late 1800s, so I could buy a farm and disappear. That is the dream.
I love that.
1960s, so I could defend Rosa Parks because she obviously needed a white lady on her side. I know whose answer that is.
And we'll put the clip here. That's not just something they randomly wrote.
We're not just like dunking on Rosa Parks right now. That is something Amber said, so we'll show you.
If you could time travel, would you travel to the past or to the future?
Okay. I would go to the past and I would be on the bus and I would stick up for Rosa Parks.
Ooh, yeah.
Because Rosa Parks is, I've always looked up to her. I've said this in a video before and I got so much hate for it. They're like, you probably don't know the story, you're just saying that. Ugh. People will literally hate me for everything.
Why wouldn't
Biblical times, because I could turn some heads. I like that answer. Prehistory, so I don't have to deal with it all. I'm happy right now. I don't want to mess up what could be a good thing. I like a few of those answers.
Me too.
I like a few of them. Personally, I would say I'm just happy right now. I like the way my life is right now. And I'm one of those people who really worries about, like, if you were to go back in time and like change like one speck of dust, the world might implode. So I'm good, and I want to just stay where I am now, because also Possum's here with me. And I love this guy. So yeah, I'm staying here. But I know you're gonna choose the farm one, and that's okay. I give you permission, because damn, it's calling me to. Next. Okay. I love that. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay.
The guy who said the beanbag sure is in a hurry. I think it was just the beanbag is in a hurry. I repeat, the beanbag is in a hurry. You're an icon and everyone loves you.
Oh, it's
People
true.
try to. Oh, thank you. People try to steal your jokes, but they lack your raw power.
You're not really funny.
Oh wow, damn. I steal this guy's joke all the time. Like, I'm constantly just thinking about the beanbag is in a hurry, so if anything, it's the other way around. I mean, I'm flattered by my result. Kind of was hoping for Twinkie, but you know, that's
Me
okay.
too,
You
but
can't
you're
win
not
'em
as
all.
unique.
Damn. I'm not a star.
All right, guys, it's my turn, I guess.
Yep, let's go.
I'm ready to get the worst
Oh,
one.
no. Okay, Possum, would you do the honor?
Okay, guys, I'm ready to have this quiz enter my psyche and learn everything there is to know about me.
I was about to read your
Possum.
soul. Possum.
Get to the mall. Where are you going first? I have not been to the mall in a hot minute, but I'd like to think that I'd get lost as hell. Like, if I'm going by myself, I'd get lost and somehow end up at the bait shop and just, like, ask the random cashier about what kinds of worms they have. And that'd just be my Sunday. Okay, here we go. An attractive person asks you for their number in front of your significant other. What do you say?
I'm listening. You're really taking some time to think about this one, huh?
Bro, I can't read. I have
Okay,
ADD.
I'm sorry.
Wow, you get it. You can read.
No.
We get it. You can read.
No.
Okay, I actually really like the commend their confidence, tell them they're doing great, but send them
Yeah.
on their way, because to me, it kind of reads as like someone comes up to you and confesses to you and you give them like a Yelp review on how they did. So I like that. That's, asserting dominance,
Yes,
if you will.
yes. Do you just flash them a thumbs up and you're like, hey, nice. And
Like,
just
yeah,
walk
that's
away?
like a 3-star.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, I don't listen to Mitski, but when I used to go on TikTok a lot, I got on like Mitski Talk, like the Mitski side of TikTok.
That's a thing?
I guess so. I don't know how I
Wow.
got on there. I guess I'm just, they just like group the gays and shove them into Mitski territory.
The gays is us, by the way.
Yes.
We don't just call them the gays, we are the gays.
We are, yeah. But oh my god, her voice is lovely. I need to listen to her for sure. But I vibe with this one. I really like the line of God's very simple and love shouldn't burn. That's definitely a Twinkie answer.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Okay, pick an artist who had an album in 2010. For me, it's between MCR and Nicki Minaj, which are like at the ends of the spectrum, but they both give me a lot of serotonin.
Hell yeah.
MCR, again, Danger Days is such a good album.
Oh, yes it is.
But sometimes you need Nicki Minaj to give you serotonin, so
Gotta align yourself with the
shout out
Barbs.
Barbs.
Hey, shout out Barbs.
Pick an Oscar-winning movie. For me, it's definitely Moonlight. That
good one.
movie was so good. I love Janelle Monáe so much.
Yes.
All of the actors did so good on it, and I was crying. So yeah, why can't you go to the gym? Okay, I actually get really paranoid sometimes, so I feel really drawn to the last answer, but also I'm just gonna go with I have an injury because my back is constantly in a state of being a fuck up.
Yeah.
I have bad scoliosis, bad sciatica. Sometimes I need a cane to walk, even though I'm in my very early 20s.
Hell
so
yeah.
love that.
That's some real shit.
Choose one of my most unhinged political beliefs. Again, we're kind of going with the more middle ground ones because we don't want to get hate. Because we're lame like that.
We're lame like that. One day we'll let you guys in on all of our unhinged beliefs about the world. But
one day we
not
will
today.
write the Frog and Possum manifesto
Oh, yeah.
and sell it. So stay tuned for that.
The world isn't ready yet, you guys.
But I really agree with everyone should have free menstrual supplies. It's something people can't control, and sometimes they are inaccessible, especially to homeless communities. So that's something I definitely always advocate for. Moving on. This is my favorite question. Yeah, I love
Time travel.
Yeah. Such a cool trope, or just like such a cool scenario to put yourself in. Definitely not this, because my family is royalty. No way. And then the second one just freaks me out because we were talking about this and we were saying, what if you choose to see into the future, like expecting that things get better and it just all gets worse? Where do you go from there? So that one's way too much of a gamble. I'm going with the farm one. I think that's what I'd like to do the most. Obviously with you, Frog, I'd take you with me,
Aw,
and the
thank
cat
you.
too.
Oh, yeah.
I guess as a second thought, but
we can take him.
no,
We
I love him. We always talk about how when we retire, we really just want to get some farmland. I think that'd be
peak.
Yeah.
I would love that. I would adore that with you.
Hey, we're soulmates.
What? No
Guys,
way.
this is why we're together.
Oh my gosh. How did we get the same ones? We answered completely differently.
I don't know.
This quiz is rigged. No, I'm kidding. Thank you to Libos who put a lot of work into this. Those were actually some really interesting questions. And I like that they aren't all like, you can immediately tell which one's Amber, which one's Becky. Because I just think those ones are like a little bit
I think those
harder.
are so funny though. Like the which Disney princess are you? And then it's like, what do you like to do in your free time? And one is like, swim, wear glass slippers. And it's like, I wonder which one that is.
Huns.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good quiz. But it is the only amberlynn Reid quiz that we could find. So if you guys make any and want to link them in our comments, we would love to do a video of like taking our followers quizzes.
Oh please. Oh
We'd
my
adore
God.
that.
We would adore that. Please make us amberverse themed quizzes. Put them in the comments. Like if they are reasonably kind and appropriate, we will put them in a video and just see what we get. Credit to you, of course. Yeah, I guess we're soulmates. I guess that's what it's telling us. Or we're just both like that one guy who said the beanbag is in a hurry, which honestly, one of my favorite characters in the Amberverse. Totally underrated. Love him. Wish he would make another guest appearance. But yeah, with that, that's all we had for this video, you guys. Thanks so much for sticking around and watching us do something that's a little bit different, but hopefully still fun and enjoyable. So thanks so much. We've been Frog and Possum. Bye.